Should we do an energy breath?
Definitely.
Do you love me?
Hello everyone, it's me, Adam, and I am here. You are not seeing double because they are, well, I guess you are actually. But it's two people, it's Max and Harvey.
Hello.
Do you want to say hello and introduce which one is which?
Hello, I am Max. And I'm, by default, the other one.
Hello, I'm Max, and I am
And I am Harvey.
You should have done that.
Max, Luca, and Harvey Kit.
Oh, that's
How
what
did you know that?
I've been looking you up.
Oh.
I was like, just in case there's a lull in combo, you know, I'll do a bit of research.
Was that
You're using it all up very early.
As you already know, if you're a fan of the Chan, I am doing a bit of a series. If you're a stan of the Chan and a fan of the Chan, I am doing a bit of a series where I'm putting boys into makeup, because boys don't wear makeup, do they?
Hey, nowadays.
But today I'm doing their faces, and it's going to be a bit more of a challenge. I mean, you do technically have the same face, but I've never done two people's makeup at once.
Yes.
So I think I'm going to kind of just be switching between. I'm just going to get started. Can you do this?
What does this mean?
Hello. I'm trying to test your skin tone because I painted myself quite pale. What do you want, guys?
I mean, I should look tanned really, because I never do.
If I don't leave looking like Madonna, I might cry.
Right.
I feel like that was never promised.
Is Madonna tanned?
If I'm being honest, I don't know exactly what Madonna looks like.
We can stick a cape on him and throw it down the stairs.
I'll do my tan foundation then so that you're nice and bronzed. Do you guys do any skincare?
No.
I
occasionally moisturise.
You moisturize?
Occasionally.
Did you both do it today?
Yeah.
I did moisturise today.
Perfect.
We both went, yeah, we're doing this today.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to look like we've tried.
Oh, do you want to like rock, paper and scissors to see who's going to go first?
Okay, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Yeah.
So what do I do?
Get the makeup on first. Yeah, can you imagine if I was just like rock, paper and scissors and now I'm just going to...
You can go.
So, like I said, I was doing some research on you guys.
Please.
First of all, I've
terrifying.
heard that you guys are actually quite the little philanthropists.
Could you elaborate? How do you mean? Yeah.
Well, so I found out that in October 2020, you did a charity live stream and you raised £7,000 for a hospital.
Yes.
We did do that.
That is lovely, guys.
And you know what though? We were like, well, if we're gonna do all these live streams like through lockdown, let's actually do something where it's, you know, helping out a charity. And we thought that, you know, a couple of our friends, we'd like reach out to people and they'd want to get involved.
Yeah.
And we forgot that because it was lockdown, literally everyone wanted to get involved.
Oh,
so we
right.
actually managed to get like the most insane guests for this really small, well, I say it was a small live stream. We actually did it for 24 hours.
Oh, fucking hell. How did you manage that? I mean, I know that iCarly did it, but that's fictional.
Yeah, people do obviously like long live streams and stuff, but I think the difference with ours was that we didn't want it to just be us sat there talking. We were like, there is something happening every
Right.
15 minutes.
Every 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was
So we'd have
yeah.
half an hour go past like just sort of us two, and then every half an hour would be a new guest kind of thing. So we had the likes of Todrick Hall, Joe.
But so yeah, so
off!
yes, a real plethora of like random people. Like Jojo Siwa was there. We had. I can't remember who else.
skip over Jojo Siwa as well. Hello. Could you do that? Also, are you comfortable with me doing this?
Go for it.
Because I just did it.
But yeah, so like every sort of 15-20 minutes, we'd either like have an interview with the guest and then do something with the guest as well. So I think Todrick taught us how to strut. Just generally
All
like.
ourselves on a catwalk.
Yeah, exactly. I can't remember what everyone did. Obviously, we had.
Sorry, it's just the fact that the whole time you're talking, I'm like this.
Yeah, I'm sort of like,
Yeah.
guys. We did have Vinnie Jones come into the live stream very early doors and tell everyone that we were going to claim the money for ourselves and run off.
Oh my God.
Which felt very on brand for him, but also was just like, okay, no, but we promise we're not. Please keep donating. But
Do I
yeah,
know who that is?
Vinnie Jones. He's a very famous actor / footballer. So no.
Yeah. Look up. Just with your eyes.
Sorry.
Okay. This is the funny part about doing like boys makeup. When you're doing makeup, like just then I was obviously saying like,
I
do
got
it.
foggiest.
Yeah. But I was going like, ugh. And it's funny if you like, I mean, I don't want to be making direct eye contact while I'm doing this because it's very uncomfortable with my face. But if you do look at my face, I will be going
Just trying to
while
make
I'm
you
doing
do
it because I'm like,
copy me.
yeah. Now just putting a little bit on the eyelid to prime for eyeshadow later.
Hell yeah.
accent was phenomenal. Are you good at accents? Like, have you got many in the bag?
I don't want to claim I am and then do a shit one.
You know, but that, like, for a second, I forgot you weren't Southern. Genuinely, like, I
I
went,
feel
oh
like
yeah.
I'm alright at like a Southern accent. Like, I feel like I can see that pretty
He's gone
well.
Essex.
Yeah, but that's really good.
I
Like,
can go a little bit posh. Can you imagine if I talk like this the whole time?
no, that's really
like-
impressive.
Oh, yes,
that
I
is
are.
really impressive. Because I sort of go northern, but I just take the piss.
Monkey.
Yeah. Also, my accent isn't like Yorkshire, it's Cumbrian, so there is a slight difference. Like,
Okay.
me and Eleanor don't have the exact same accent, but a lot of people hear it as just the same. I love doing makeup on people who have nice
I have nice skin.
Well, in comparison to this mess. Yes. That'll do.
I like that we're going with that'll do for this video.
Yeah.
It's really
That'll do, donkey,
appropriate.
that'll do. Your turn.
Okay. Do you need my hair out the way?
Have you brought something to me?
I got a hairband.
Go on then.
Yeah.
This twin was prepared.
Oh, well, he's
I
got
have
a fringe as
nothing.
well. So yeah. I'm ruining my hair for later, but like it's worth it for the sake of getting it right, I think, because I'm a professional and I care.
God, you a bit. I see you've been using your purple shampoo.
I haven't.
We were at a party recently, and you know we have a bit of banter back and forth here and there. And
Yeah,
I was
sure,
kind of
if that's what you want to call
yeah, and I was drunk as well, so I was like, you need to use fucking purple shampoo on that.
No, you were actually way more like subtle about it. I think you'd walked in and asked the question, do you use purple shampoo? And I was like, I try to here and there, but you know, sometimes I forget, and you went, well, you should. And
Do you know what my issue is? Is that I'm not fully diagnosed as autistic yet, but we can tell. That in my mind wasn't meant to be offensive.
And I didn't take it as offensive.
Yeah.
I didn't at all.
But until it leaves my mouth, I don't think about that, and then
Yeah.
once it comes out, I go, that was a bit rude. And then I message you the next day, and I was like, I'm actually really sorry about that.
Someone else might have had a bit of a crisis about that.
Yeah.
But for me, it was just like, I'm well aware that if my hair's slightly orangey, I know that I've done something. And so I was kind of like, when you said it, I went, oh my God, I say that to myself all the time. But
Yeah.
also, even if someone does want to point out something like that to me, I'll always just find it funny.
Yeah. It's just, what a little prick.
I didn't think it was bold because you hadn't been in the room. So it's like you walked in just to say that.
How many people's makeup have you done so far?
This is the second one. For the series, I've done a lot of people's makeup.
Oh, okay.
Because like, I started doing makeup in like 2016. That's kind of when I attribute it, because that's when I first put eyelashes on. That's what I consider like my full face.
How old were you then?
18. I just started uni.
What did actually make you decide that you wanted to do that for the first time?
Because I'm a fat. Do you know what it was? It's actually kind of a funny story, to be fair, so I'll hype it up a bit now if you don't like. So I had a girlfriend once.
Congrats.
She stayed round one time, and it was when I was starting to realise, can you guys?
How's that helpful for the nose?
To get into the crevices.
You dick.
Yeah. My girlfriend at the time stayed round, and she obviously brought her makeup and stuff with her, and she accidentally left like this big eyeshadow palette, and I was starting to realise that I wasn't exactly straight as a ruler. So I had it behind my mirror, and every now and then I would like be in my room alone, and I would take a little bit and just like rub it on my eye and be like I think I was about like 15ish when that was happening.
Do you remember what colour you went for first? I feel like
I think it was just like a dark colour to be
okay.
fair. But yeah, and then after that I was just doing that a little bit on my own, experimenting with it. And then there was one time where I decided to actually leave the house with like genuinely like the most minimal amount of makeup ever, especially in comparison to now. Full clown for me right now. But can I have my apple back? Okay, I'm getting hot. I love how I'm getting hot from making myself laugh. I just made myself laugh.
Yeah.
I was like, what's he like? Yeah, and then I left the house with like just this tiny little bit of eyeshadow. I went to work, I was working as like a pot wash / waiter, and the chef that I was working with noticed it like almost as soon as I walked in the kitchen. I thought it was completely unclockable. I guess it wasn't. Because then I walked in and he was like, you wear an eyeshadow? And I don't think he actually meant anything like shitty by it, but it upset me. And I literally went, no, and then I went into the bathroom and cried and wiped it off. That happened, and I kind of vowed not to really like wear it out too much again. But then when I got to about 16, and I started like sixth form and stuff, that's when I was like actually out as gay. And I just started wearing it a little bit for nights out, but it was again so much more like natural than it is now. And I think when I moved to uni is when I started feeling like comfortable enough to actually start exploring it and stuff, because there was like actually gay people at uni, so I was like, I'm gonna go full force back. So that's my journey.
I can't believe there's gay people at uni, I didn't know that.
Only at mine though.
Yeah.
They were straight when I started. Yeah. So now what I'm doing is...
I like that one.
You know the saying, spaghetti straight until you boil it.
Are you boiling people?
Yeah, that's where my mind went.
It's like conversion therapy. I feel like
Okay.
you go the opposite way, you just boil them until they turn gay. So now I'm just powdering to set it. And also, this is a little bit darker than your guys' skin tone, but you did want to go tan.
That's okay.
That's fine.
And I've tried to blend it down the neck so that we don't have any of the incidents that you guys were talking about.
Yeah, so we had to film our own TV show that got cancelled because of lockdown, because it was an on-site shooting kind of thing. And then they went, actually, we're going to uncancel it and you're going to film it yourself.
Well, no, we did ask them to be fair. We were like,
Yeah, it was
how
a,
do we keep this
it was a
going?
discussion, yeah. So they sent us cameras and we had our own setup at home. Because we had a bit of acne during lockdown and all that sort of stuff, we were like, well, we're going to have to start putting makeup on because we're very close and very well lit. We started doing it and you could literally see where we didn't know how to put makeup on, basically.
Right. Do you not watch any like
Anything else?
tutorials?
No.
You just
So
follow this
amazing.
one,
Yeah.
I respect that you just like trusted yourself enough to just like go full force.
Well, you
like,
respect it until you realise that it was a mistake.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like,
And what was the process of that? Did you like go online and order?
Yeah,
like,
I'm trying to look at what
Did
you've
you
got that
buy
looks like
some?
what we had. It looked like this.
a bronzer.
Yeah. Is that insane? Maybe it wasn't a bronzer.
Surely you didn't use a bronzer.
Yeah,
on your
no.
face.
I think it was like this, but a
was-
foundation.
Right. Oh, so it was powder, like a
powder
foundation.
Yes, we probably asked our mum, to be honest. Can't
She's an
remember.
idiot.
To be fair though, I think powder foundation is a little bit more quote unquote old school.
So it was our
It's a
mum
newer
that was
thing.
probably the reason that was, and that makes
Don't wanna
sense.
blame
To be
your
fair,
mum.
that does genuinely make sense.
Yeah.
But equally, I think I would have been more uncomfortable using a liquid.
To be fair, powders can be quite effective if you use it well.
We certainly didn't.
Because you guys have like nicer skin than me, I don't really have to do as much work.
I don't know if that's entirely true, but we're
You've not seen me without my mask.
fair enough.
Look up.
Sorry.
I don't know why.
Hey, no spoilers. What? You've got to put the bake on so that it brightens the area and powders it down.
But it's only on one side.
No, it's not.
Tell the makeup person.
Yeah! Do not judge my art. To be fair though, it might have just sank in. Maybe you're particularly oily on this side.
That could be, but I think I have famously dry skin, or infamously, I guess, because that's not good.
Let's talk about your fame.
Where is it?
It said that you guys were on like a TV show called like Mary and...
William and Mary.
That's it.
Yes.
When you were toddlers.
Yes.
Started early.
Doc Martin, are you familiar?
The shoot.
Martin
No.
Clunes is the person
I was gonna
to
say.
go for. He plays that character in that one show. But, have you watched The Vampire Diaries?
Have I watched The Vampire Diaries? I've watched it like 5 times.
Okay, so there's a video of We Can Only Assume Me being held and or flown around by Klaus from The Vampire Diaries.
Shut up,
Because he was in that show. So it's just him flying me around, calling me like Superman or whatever. And I didn't even know this until someone pointed it out to me a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Do you
But-
remember much of that
No.
experience?
I remember, and this is really strange, I said this to my mum when I was really young. I remember having 2 sets of parents and not knowing why. And that sounds really weird.
That's weird.
Because we were, as kids,
Yeah.
told to call those people mummy and daddy.
Yeah.
So we were like, probably a bit confused, but also like, alright, anything for raisins. So I genuinely do have like, or had rather, vivid memories of having a second set of parents and not knowing why.
How did you get into that? Did like your parents just put you forward?
Yeah, our mum saw like some sort of ad to like just sign your babies up to an agency. And it sounds really bad like on paper, but you don't do anything until you get a job. Like you're not sort of being trained or anything in the
Yeah,
process.
yeah.
On the off chance that a filming shoot needs a set of twins or whatever, you
Yeah.
might as well sign up to this because then
Crazy.
they get paid for it. And our
Yeah.
mum just put it straight into our savings accounts.
Our mum was usually there though, to be fair, and they actually usually cast her as an extra to sort of like.
Oh,
She'd be in the scenes, yeah.
Wow, you guys have been all around towns and everything.
Well, yeah, sort of. In and out, it's weird because like it feels like that in a way, but at the same time, we have never been like the kind of kids to go to like a drama school or anything like that.
Right.
Like we're not like
We technically
in
did.
it.
We went to an extracurricular one, but
Briefly, yeah, actually.
Briefly?
we stopped when we were like 12.
How long were you there?
7 years.
Right. Very brief.
Let me sit my stupid ass down.
So your whole primary school experience.
I'm really
was that.
fighting the sounding like a theatre kid, basically.
I mean, we did the
I'm
sound
very
music,
much one. That's the other thing that I
Yeah.
saw on Wikipedia.
so we can't really avoid the whole theatre kid thing when we actually did. And you did Priscilla, Queen.
Yeah,
Because
I got thrown in the deep end in the drag world when I was
I've
7 years old.
been with drag queens since very young.
Yeah.
And so when you guys were doing the Sound of Music, it said that you were like swapping out. Was that because you both wanted to do it? Or
No,
was it-
we were on separate teams. So again, because of the child laws, we were 12 at the the time.
Right.
You can only have children doing a certain amount of shows a week.
Right.
So there were 3 teams. I was one team, he was one team, and then another guy was on another team. And actually, I recently bumped into the other guy because he's now in Book of Mormon.
Oh, fun.
And so I had another friend in the show who I'd gone to see. And he'd clocked me because I was literally in the front row and I hadn't seen him in like 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
So he came out afterwards, sort of came over to me and went, "Hey, how have you been?" And I went, "Oh, I'm good, thanks." I was just a bit taken aback by the fact that he'd just come and started talking to me, but I was like, "Oh, you're brilliant in the show," because obviously I recognised him from being in the show.
Yeah.
And I was like, "I'm just waiting for Stevie, who's my friend who's coming out." He was like, "Oh yeah, I know you as well." And I immediately go, "Oh my God, George!" Like it was like a few seconds where, because I hadn't seen him in so long, because his hair was different and stuff, I had absolutely no idea who this guy was. I went, "Oh my God, I'm such an idiot. That's really bad," but I hate when stuff like that happens.
I had something like that at this party that I went to last night. This girl came over and said hello to me. This was so uncomfortable, and if she's watching, I'm really sorry. I said hello to this girl and we were chatting like in a group. She was kind of like implying that she knew me and Dom. And then I was like, "Have I met you before?" And she was like, "Yeah, we've met like 20 times.
That is really
That's a
bad.
lot of time.
And I was like,
because even I didn't meet this guy though, so because he's on a different team, so like, I never saw him.
But to be fair, the party last night was pink bob theme, so we were all in like pink bobs.
Okay.
So like it was kind of similar that once she said it, I did go, I definitely do recognise that face. But I always think like whenever you meet someone and they go, "We've met," I'm like, well, was I drunk? Because I usually am.
Yeah.
When I do that, I always give the person the context, so
Yeah.
at least if they then forget, they're just being an arsehole.
I was surprised, like, to go back to it, because, you know, I love talking about myself. When I was sorry, I expected that to get more of a reaction than it did. So I didn't mean
Because
that.
it was true. You're like, haha guys, I love this. And we're like,
They're also doing Priscilla the Party, because ABBA the Party, or Mamma Mia the Party, sorry, did very well.
oh yeah.
So they're now doing Priscilla the Party, which I don't know if it'll do as well, but good luck to them.
I do think that ABBA and Mamma Mia is a little bit more recognisable than Priscilla.
Yeah.
No offence.
Oh no, it definitely is. But I think actually I would be more interested in going to a drag queen themed party than I would to a Grease themed party.
Well, yeah,
I
that is
do
actually
not
very
like
true.
Mamma Mia. I would like to put it out there.
Oh,
I think it's.
You have just killed so many people in the car.
I think it's a
I've got
disservice
good
to
reason.
ABBA. I genuinely like the idea of an ABBA musical, but I think Mamma Mia is just not for me. No, so I disagree with that.
Okay.
I
You just said
think
yourself.
he also likes Wicked, so shut up.
If you're care to find me. What I'll do is I'll give you a similar, but then I'll give. What are your favourite colours?
I do actually like sort of pink and purple.
I was going to say purple.
She's pink, she's purp.
I don't mind like a more blue if you
It's
want
almost
to go
too
with
close. Yeah,
different.
do blue.
Oh my god, gender reveal! I'm non-binary, so I don't have a gender. I just was like, oh, what am I? Kendall down there.
You didn't mention. Oh, I thought you.
I took some scissors to it. And I went, I am now non-binary.
What musicals have you seen?
I saw a couple when I came here on a London trip in my school. I saw Billy Elliot. That
That's good.
changed my life.
Yeah.
I fucking loved that show. So
Yeah.
good. Loved the little gay one.
Yeah, Matt.
Matt. Are you in Finding Nemo?
Billy's not gay, is he?
No.
But that's
So
sort
he
of
does
the
give him
point.
a little kiss.
Exactly. Yeah.
I was like, that's
the
so
point.
sweet.
Are they blue?
No, I'm doing
I'm
Smokey
going
on
to
the
sing
top.
a lack of blue. Actually, that's.
No, come on. I'm doing Smokey on the top, and
Yeah.
then I'm gonna do a pop of blue under here.
Gotcha.
What's your experience of being a twin? Because I don't really know that many twins.
It's one of those things. My first answer, which is my boring answer, is I don't really know.
You don't know anything else. do
Yeah,
you?
there's definitely a lack of privacy being a twin because there's just always someone your age there.
Right. Did you
But-
have to like share a room and stuff?
Yeah,
You're right.
For,
yeah.
And the worst thing was that our little sister came along and just stole his room, so then he came into mine. So I felt invaded
Right.
and he felt pushed out.
Yeah.
I want to say maybe like 5 or 6 years we shared a
I
room.
actually don't know. Oh, maybe it was that.
It was a while.
Yeah.
And, well, it would have started when we were about sort of 9 or 10ish, basically,
And
when
up
Tilly
until
was
year
old
9.
enough to have her own room.
I mean, I've never had to share a room, but I feel like around year 9 would be the age that I feel like I would want to start being like, no, I need my own space.
Yeah,
now."
I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
It was definitely longer than it should have been. But we essentially, at that point, you know, we've been doing social media for about 3 years. We were like to our parents, can we just extend the house? And
Wow!
add 2 new rooms. We've never really said.
Yeah.
because there's no reason to.
Yeah.
but
Did you know we got an extension?
yeah.
I've got quite a good convention story for you. It's one of my only other makeup experiences, really. You actually weren't here for this, Harvey, unfortunately, so you can't contribute.
Unfortunately. I think I'm fine.
But so in VidCon Anaheim, Jeffree Star always had a booth. We were just walking around the convention, got to that booth, and one of the workers there was like, do any of you want to try the eyeshadow? They shoved me forward for it, and I was a little bit sort of like, oh, I don't, fine. They put the eyeshadow on, and then went, let us just quickly call Jeffree. I was like, please, please God, don't. They FaceTimed him and showed him the makeup on me, and I was like, hello, Jeffree Star.
I mean, imagine, you know nothing about the makeup world, but you know he's important.
Yeah, I can't remember much of the conversation, but I know he was very complimentary of his own eyeshadow.
It's funny he says that though, because talking about being twins, like when we went to conventions out in the States and stuff, especially when we started doing more and more, we would often just split up unless we had like a meet and greet or a show or whatever. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, we had a lot of the same friends, but sometimes we'd just be like, all right, bye. Otherwise, we would have just spent the whole time ripping each other's heads off.
Did you ever pretend to be each other?
Once. I'll make a long story short. He went into my science class. I got there, for some reason, very late.
We were in science in classes
next to each other. So I go into my science class and I see him in there and I go, in my head I'm like, okay, this is happening. Because I knew I was very late. I must have been doing something that I was allowed to be late for. And so in my head I've gone, well, he's clearly gotten this far and no one's kicked him out yet.
For a solid
so in my mind I'm like, I'll just go and see if I can try my luck in his class.
Right.
His teacher kicked me out instantly.
Oh, right.
She was on it. My teacher was unbelievably thick. Don't get me wrong, we are twins, so it is unfair.
Yeah.
But it was so obvious that he wasn't me.
And it wasn't like I was getting involved with the lesson. Like I wasn't hiding. I was trying to cause as much chaos as possible. Eventually, because Harvey stood in the door.
Yeah, I was just stood in the window.
The teacher then saw Harvey and went, oh,
Wrong one.
can you leave? And then I got detention for it.
Oh shit!
I did got nothing.
Yeah. Why did you do that? Were you trying to cover his
I was
back because he was
bored.
late?
I
Are you
hated
just
science.
right?
I must admit, I was a pretty I wasn't outrageous to the point where it was like you're a troubled child, you need to stop this. But I would definitely cause carnage where possible.
He was worse in
Damage.
primary school though. He
okay.
was on like a report in primary school. Like he had to be monitored.
Little shit.
I was like annoyingly well behaved. Like I would have hit me. And then when I got to year 8, I literally could not have done anything more to just do everything he'd done in 5 years in one.
Right.
So like, I just caused so many problems.
To be fair, I had my rebel phase in year 9. I was really good in like year 7 and 8 because I was a very small child, contrary to now. I was very shy and also like I got bullied for being gay and stuff like that. So I tried to be like kind of just out of everyone's way. But when I got to like year 9, I think some of the main people that bullied me had like aged out. So I kind of was like, I can be free now. And I just was like, yeah. But I think because I was such a goody two-shoes in the first couple of years of school, I kind of got away with it for like the whole of year 9 because they never really suspected
Oh, it could be him, yeah.
My weird main thing, I just didn't want to be in most lessons, and I would this actually sounds a little bit more messed up than it should. I would injure myself just to get out of lessons. Like I'd throw myself off of like a high stool kind of thing and just try and end up.
This is news to me.
It would be a big scene.
We both from a young age like the idea of being stuntmen.
Right.
So he more so than me, definitely. Especially in like drama lessons, we'd be the first persons to throw ourselves into a chair for comedy.
Oh yeah, very boisterous young boys.
Yeah, just idiots.
Some of the teachers were really good with us, and because we were working from about year 8 technically, because we did the Sound of Music stuff, but year 9 with the social media stuff, they let us off.
How did that work? Did you just disappear for a while?
I'll be honest, so we did. The main thing was that we had tutors while we were touring, so they did make sure that we were doing schoolwork, but frankly we were doing it to a lower level because we weren't in school. The original plan was that the tutors from the musical would ask the school to give us work, but what we would end up doing is just take homework on tour, which really worked in our favour because we were spending the time that we would have been in school doing homework.
There was that one tutor that got pissy about that, didn't she?
Yeah,
she
and we had to try and
proper lessons.
Yeah,
like, shut up. Let us do the homework.
We had to try and sort of finesse it a little bit. We actually did all right in our GCSEs.
Okay.
Whereas there would have been some kids, I reckon, that would have been faltered by that.
I would have struggled with that. Like
Possibly.
I had no like motivation to do anything. I was bad at homework and stuff like
I just
that.
liked maths.
I liked maths too.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I loved maths. I was good when I was in school because there was someone there being like, fucking do it.
Do it.
But when I was at home, absolutely not. I was
Yeah.
like, I want to play PlayStation.
Oh really? See, I've never been able to get into anything like that at all, gaming wise.
Really? Yeah, see, I was like a little bit of a dork.
What games did you play?
Kingdom Hearts.
What?
What on earth is that?
I don't want to describe it because it's going to make me sound even stupider, but I'm going to do it anyways.
Do
'cause it's funny.
it.
Have you ever heard of Final Fantasy?
I've heard of it, but I
More
know less
so
about
It was kind of like that, but with Disney characters.
Oh, sick! That's actually cool.
When we went to Paris, like I was coming across very much like a Disney adult because I knew so much stuff. Like there was a bit of merch, and I was like, "Guys, that's Merlin's hat," and you were like, "Okay, fucking Disney adult." And I was like, "No, I know it because of Kingdom Hearts, so I'm actually cool." I also played a lot of Pokemon.
Yeah, I like Pokemon as an aesthetic.
Right.
I'm not interested in playing the games.
Right.
Although Pokemon Go was good, I thought that was alright. But...
See, I got bored of Pokemon Go.
Well,
Do you
yeah,
wanna
so
know why?
did
Because I had to
everyone,
leave the house.
I liked Minecraft.
Well, see, I never
But-
got into Minecraft.
But only because I could, and I know, oh my god, this is actually so bad.
Are you gonna say that you could build fucking roller coasters? Oh my
I
god!
spent hours on Minecraft just building roller coasters.
Yeah. Do your followers and stuff know that you are a coaster head?
Not massively. We've done some videos here and there with like Blackpool Pleasure Beach.
I saw that you recently did like a Q&A or something on a roller coaster.
Yeah, that was sort of recent. There was one that we did.
in Belgium.
Well, we were there for the F1. And and this is my level. I knew there was a theme park like an hour away or whatever, and I was like, or I will be emailing them and seeing if they will let us put a GoPro on the
Yeah.
roller coaster.
Oh my
And they
God.
did. They were brilliant. They were actually
that's
really
fun.
good about
What
it.
did you do on said roller coaster?
I lost a microphone because I didn't clip it to myself. After the first pass, it was just gone. I was
shit.
like, oh. Whatever you call it, when you go
forgot
fuck
there was a
it.
camera there. I've actually probably been the worst for like a YouTube video because I've just been like this the whole time. Sorry, hi.
What was the question that I was just gonna ask?
Do you take medication?
Me?
No.
Do you? I was about to be like, well, yes, I actually recently got diagnosed with a plethora of illnesses.
Like he just always in his own world. He really quiet for real unless he know you.
A way to not even necessarily take a medication for it, but just
You just sprayed my neck. I'm so glad that my makeup isn't going anywhere on my neck anymore.
Wow.
Shit, I've just realised that you guys do have the same face, so you are actually technically seeing what it looks like.
In a way.
In a way, I mean, it's not the same,
Yeah.
but I just was like, shit.
Is there any room for me to have a wing like yourself? Is that what it is?
Yeah, this is like a winged eyeliner.
Okay.
You've just asked a lot.
Because of the way that your eyelid hoods, I don't know if I would be able to make it work.
I know what he means. Is I can see
Because-
it wouldn't work. Yeah.
Because on mine,
that's
I mean,
really weird, actually.
Yeah.
I'm now seeing that.
Yeah. Do you see what I mean? Like,
You could. It's like a crevice.
kind of a similar thing. I have. There's Eleanor. I have a similar thing, but like slightly less. So I draw these like kind of almost like triangle shapes, so that when I look forward, it still like swoops out like that.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Again, because your eye shape is a little bit more hooded over, it would be a bit more difficult. I mean, I can add a bit more darkness there to mimic.
No, it's fine.
eyeliner. Oh, actually, it was recently your guys' birthdays.
It was.
No, it
indeed.
wasn't.
And they were here because their birthday is actually on New Year's Eve, sorry.
You know what I will say, now that we're in a safe space, I genuinely thought I'd gone under the radar. And then what had happened was, everyone had been sort of beckoned in
Yeah, 'cause
around,
we were at a New Year's party.
around quarter to midnight maybe, and I'm
Yeah,
thinking,
yeah.
this is a bit early.
Yeah.
Early for anything to happen.
Yeah.
And Eleanor Neal makes direct eye contact with me. And nothing had happened yet, but I knew exactly what was about to happen. Internally, I could never put words into how I started
Yeah.
feeling. And this sounds so bad because it was such a nice thing to do. But
In the meantime, I was outside and Dom had come outside and gone, oh, Max, can you just come inside for a second? I think Eleanor's making a speech or something. So I, was like, I just waltzed in and all of a sudden everyone's got their flash in my face.
Yeah, like,
he's hiding in the corner.
my reaction was so visceral, I just panicked.
Yeah.
I don't celebrate my birthday
Yeah.
that much, so I'm like, I'm not bothered. But then, yeah.
It was so funny though because me and Eleanor are big birthday fiends. We had like started hanging out a little bit more often because we had bumped into each other at
Yeah,
events
yeah.
and stuff. So like I'd gotten to know you a little bit. Sorry. I remember you saying that you didn't like your birthday, and I was like, oh, like this could not be me. And then we were like planning the party, and we were like, oh, we should do something for Max and Harvey.
Oh, I can't believe that was even a conversation.
Yeah, no, we do appreciate it. I think I'd certainly appreciate more.
Yeah. Well, it was funny though because we knew that you didn't like your birthday.
And that's what I was worried was that it was just, I thought maybe I hadn't made it clear enough that I don't enjoy celebrating my birthday.
You
and that I
had.
was genuinely
We just
being a
ignored
dick.
it. We were like, oh no, I know he doesn't like his birthday,
Because it's
but he's
not one
gonna
of those-
like it today.
It's not one of those situations where someone sort of goes, oh no, don't you guys, you shouldn't have. It's
Yeah.
like, please for the love of God.
He was literally,
don't.
you were stood like right here and he started going
was
like this and
cowering,
like hiding, like oh my god. And then we were there with like cake and candles, like,
It was such a nice thing to do, but I'm just so bad in those situations.
I
Like,
think we definitely have learned our lesson in terms of boundaries in our friendship.
yeah.
I think that's something that we will take forward. But just know, I am not that girl. So when you come
That's
to my
fine.
birthday,
That's
in
We
August,
will be in full force. August when?
19th.
Oh, we've got a thing then.
Well, cancel. We're going to see Taylor Swift the next day as well.
Sorry to hear that.
Nice.
Don't be doing all that. I'm not a Swiftie, but I know that so. Well, I like Taylor Swift. I'd say I'm a casual Swiftie, but there will be some in the comments.
Yeah.
I respect Taylor Swift.
I don't
think
really
she's done-
get the music. I can't.
It's just not my thing at all. I like Shake It Off. Bring that back. I mean, she technically did, to be fair, didn't she?
In what way?
Her own version.
Oh yeah, Taylor's version.
Come on, fake fan.
I mean, I said I was casual. So
I think people would literally sell their blood for Taylor Swift at the moment.
Selling your blood for things isn't actually as deep as it sounds.
No, but
You got a lot of
it was the
And
one
you get
I went
more.
for.
right, I had my bloods taken for the first time ever like 2 weeks ago. I keep going into doctor's appointments for one thing and coming out with so much other stuff. Went in for ADHD, came up with like 3 other mental health diagnoses.
Yeah.
Went in to like change my antidepressant milligrammage. What's that?
Dosage.
I was going to say, I went in because I had glandular fever not too long ago. They went to take my blood and I'd been holding in, sorry, I don't know if anyone's a metaphobic around or whether I should talk about vomit.
Right. I thought you were going to say like a shit. Or something.
No.
You're being so phobic conscious.
Why? She said, are you alright with needles? I was like, yeah, I'm absolutely fine. As soon as she put the needle in, I don't know what happened to me, but I just threw up everywhere. And she was holding my arm. I looked like I'd had a really irrational reaction to needles.
Yeah,
because I just said, oh, no, I'm fine.
I think Adam should tell the story about the other time you went to the doctors and he asked if you wanted something else treating that was not the reason that you went in.
So this was the same day that I went in about my milligrammage, got that sorted, and then had to go and have like my bloods taken afterwards. But at the end of the appointment, bear in mind, I'm in there just to discuss my medication. He then goes, I'm noticing you've got a lot of acne, do you want to sort that out? Nailed it! I was literally like, yes, but like, ow. Right, I'm gonna do your lips now.
Okay.
So you'll have to talk and entertain. 'Cause I have
Okay,
to concentrate.
that's fine. I could do my stand-up routine or I could do a magic trick. I've actually got cards.
You've brought cards.
Yeah, I've got cards. Look, I've got a case for them as well, so it keeps them, safe. We can send him home. I used to like puppets.
Did you like Punch and Judy?
No, not that kind of puppet.
Bit scary.
Not even scary, just too weird. I like the Muppets. I think they're brilliant.
Right.
That's 8D audio, I think it's called.
8Ds.
You can't say stuff like that when I need to be serious.
I had a question.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to ask it though.
Toxic.
Perfect.
How do people do this to themselves? Like,
How could anyone do this?
I toned that wrong.
You'll just have to sit there for a second.
We drove past Thorpe Park today, actually. I was
really?
like to both Dobby and I was like, look, there it is. There's the new ride. Look, everyone. It's the tallest and fastest ride in the UK.
But you've never met me.
Oh God.
Oh, I didn't mean it.
Anyway, it's meant to be really impressive, but it's also it's taken a while to get there because they have loads of problems with getting people to sign off on it because people get upset.
Oh, don't be wiping. Oh,
Sorry. I've done something.
It's like wiped black down the side. It's not that bad. I can just put a bit
sorry.
black. I am pretty much done. There's a couple of things that if I was actually trying to send you out, I would touch those up. But we're done.
Yay!
Who wants to look first? Do you want to rock paper scissors again?
Yeah.
Right. You did the same thing.
I know what he's gonna do. Can I just say, that says a lot about a person when they throw scissors first for rock, paper, scissors. It means they can't think quick enough to do anything other than scissors.
I thought I was just picking scissors.
You're like, actually, I put loads of thought into that. Right, so who's going first?
I'll go first. I'll start with
3, 2, 1.
You know what? I actually really like the pink
The pink.
eyeshadow?
Yeah.
Is that what's called? Yeah. The lips are intense.
Yeah.
But I don't hate it. If anything, it kind of makes my teeth look like they're not yellow. This is definitely a lot better than I could have expected because I didn't know what to expect, to be honest. But
Thanks, I'll take that as a compliment.
and it's also subtle. Like, it's not, I don't feel like I'm a clown. You, on the other hand.
Burn.
Exactly like Madonna.
Yeah.
The nose is probably my favourite part because
Yeah.
it's like properly straightened,
accentuated.
Yeah, I've got a bit of a wonky nose, so
Oh, okay.
I think you've done a major job on that. It's
Like,
actually really nice. Everything's like so smooth. Don't get me wrong, I probably wouldn't do this on a daily.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but I get it.
put it this way, not that many people have tried, but this is the best makeup I've ever had.
But yeah, it's the same for me, I reckon. Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed it, and obviously, like I said at the start, also this is a series, so comment if you want any other people. But yeah, cool. Bye.
Bye bye.
Thanks for watching, mate. Cool. Whee!